Hi guys, it's Blair again, back here on the amiRelocating show. I am here, as you can see, at Radio City. Now, yesterday I gave you a special surprise. I gave you a 2-for-1 in Madison Square Garden and the Empire State Building. Today I'm doing the same. Hi Angela, nice to see you. Today I'm doing the same. You might notice I'm a little bit more dressed up than I was yesterday. It is freezing cold again, absolutely freezing cold again. This might be the first actual episode of the amiRelocating show where you can actually see someone's breath. Yeah, probably. Normally it's Kuwait, you know. No, you have to see my breath. But I have a special 2-for-1 again. You ready for this? So we've got Radio City, which is just behind me, but also NBC Studios. But Radio City, while it's instantly recognisable from pretty much every American TV show ever, you might not actually know what it is and where it is. I'm here on kind of 50th Street at 6th Avenue, and it's pretty much smack bang in the centre of the Rockefeller Center. So the Rockefeller Plaza is just around the corner. It was once nicknamed, this is Radio City, not Rockefeller Plaza. Radio City was once nicknamed what was it? Oh yeah, make sure I get this right. No, Saturday Night Live HQ. What's Saturday Night Live HQ? Is that NBC Studios? Anyway, Radio City was once nicknamed the showplace of the nation, because when it was opened, it was massive compared to anything else that they had in America. It was actually opened in 1932, and because of when it was opened, that's why it's got such a fantastic Art Deco look about it, and that is really why it's so instantly recognisable. NBC Studios is where Saturday Night Live's filmed. Right, maybe I'll try and go in there and see if they're filming just now. Anyway, yeah, Radio City wasn't always actually named Radio City. It once had a really boring name. It was called the International Music Hall, which doesn't quite have the same ring to it, especially within these neon lights. But it actually got renamed to Radio City pretty quickly after its first tenants went in, which was the Radio Corporation of America. So they were broadcasting pretty much 24/7 from inside this building, and that's why it became known as the Radio City. And it's become, since then, since the Radio Broadcasting Corporation of America have moved out, it's become really infamous for both live shows in terms of music and stage, and also film screenings as well. They host multiple film premieres now. Largely that's happening in LA, but when they do it in New York, Radio City is one of the prime locations for that to happen. But they actually tried to close it down at one point. They tried to close it down in 1979. The people who owned the building at the time decided that they didn't want to run a music venue anymore. What they wanted to do was run offices, so they decided more money was going to be in offices, so they were going to shut it down and build a new office block. But the people rebelled. The people said no. The American people of New York said no, that's not happening. Especially, this is a good tie-in, Angela, especially the guys in Saturday Night Live who were doing regular sketches against the change. They respected the venue for everything that it had done for America's starting to rain, so I'm ducking into cover. Everything that the venue had done for American creative culture, and so they were running a sketch every single week on how Radio City just couldn't possibly get changed into an office block. And it got me thinking. I'm like, still game? Where were you when they were shutting the arches? I'm disappointed, to be honest with you. Yeah, but it's now owned after all of that. It was taken over by the people who own Madison Square Garden, the Madison Square Garden Company, and they've been running it ever since. And as I've said previously, it's used now for film premieres as well as live shows, both music and theatre. The one that they're promoting at the moment, I'll show you. If I can change the camera, it's not working. There we go. Is the Christmas Spectacular. So that's everywhere in New York at the moment. Everywhere they're advertising the Christmas Spectacular, and that is a kind of annual event here, and it is music and dancing and short plays, I think, and something called the Rockettes, which, as far as I can tell, are basically cheerleaders for Radio City. I'm not entirely sure, but that's from the research that I've done, that's pretty much what I can gather from it. Well, what have I been up to this week? Enough about Radio City. What have I been up to this week? Well, yesterday I met for the first time with Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, which was, I met with, yeah, I was expecting, when I got the opportunity to meet with Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, I thought I'll be meeting with their events guy or something like that, but no, I actually managed to get a meeting with their director, their head, Jessica Walker, and it was a fantastic meeting. It was absolutely brilliant. Lovely women. So if you are coming to New York, Manhattan for business, get in contact with Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, because they're definitely a well-run organisation. They can open so many doors for you, and they really want to help as well. So definitely get in touch with them. It was a very easy meeting for me. It really was, and the reason really for going to visit them for us was kind of twofold. Both, we wanted to kind of open doors and chase certain avenues for ourselves, for AMI Executive, and start meeting the real estate, the big hitters of real estate and development over here in New York, and we knew that they'd be a fantastic contact to be able to pry open some of those doors for us. But also, we wanted to meet with them because we are linked to them through the Make It in Manhattan project, which is a partnership between Glasgow Chamber of Commerce, who we have a great relationship with, and Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. Now, Glasgow has a very strong history for international exports. It goes, just look at Merchant City. That was a whole area of the city that was originally there for people who are exporting, which is now filled with kind of classy clubs and things like that. But that's where it got its name from. The merchants stayed there when they were in Glasgow. So Glasgow Chamber of Commerce decided that they were going to start doing something again with this reputation that they had for international exports, and start trying to build as many relationships with international chambers as possible, and they've started that with Manhattan Chamber. And that seems to have been a very fruitful relationship so far. So what's happening is, what actually is the Make It in Manhattan project? Essentially a group, a non-given number of Glasgow businesses are coming over to Manhattan. They'll be joining me, thank you very much. They're coming over to meet with Manhattan-based businesses who are chamber members, who perhaps feel like they could do business, and this is pre-approved as well. Essentially, the Glasgow businesses have applied and said what they do and who they're looking to meet. Companies in Manhattan who fit that description, or perhaps looking for those businesses, have been given the details, and they have said, yes, I would like to meet with this person. And then the company in Glasgow thought, well, yeah, that's worth the trip. So that's why it's not a kind of, not got a maximum on it, the amount of people that can come out. It's just the people who feel that, yeah, it's worth the trip for us. So as you know, in the executive, we love international expansion, and we fully believe in entrepreneurial spirit. So we fully endorse this project, and in fact, we're actually official sponsors of the project. So that's why, as official sponsors, we were able to meet with the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. So this is happening between the 16th and the 18th of November. So the Chamber, Glasgow Chamber, and Angela, our director, are coming over to join me on between the 12th and the 15th to get things sorted, and then the businesses are joining us here as well. And we've got business-to-business meetings, we've got networking meetings, we've got charity dinners. It's going to be an incredible time for us here in Manhattan, and we'll be spreading the Scottish spirit throughout Manhattan, I'm sure. Oh dear, people aren't happy. But I think it's definitely got potential to expand beyond the Make It in Manhattan project that's happening in November, because there's going to be a return leg as well. There's going to be Manhattan businesses coming over to Glasgow to do very much a similar idea, but also it can go to any place in the world. It can go to any major city in the world that's interested in doing this partnership. That can do it. It can expand beyond what's being given here in Manhattan. You know, there is discussions with other European cities, and I don't know enough at the moment to be able to give you any further information on that. I don't know how much information I should give you on that, to be honest with you. But I believe that we at AMI Executive will definitely support this as much as possible. So if you keep an eye on these projects and see if there's anything that you can get involved with, because if you are looking to expand your business, then this is a fantastic way of doing it. But yeah, I'll give you one last look of Radio City, and then I'll leave you today. But I'll be checking in tomorrow for the last show of my 5-day punishment from Angela. I think she must have checked the weather and decided, yeah, this is when you should do 5 days. This is going to be the worst weather possible for him. So I'll give you one last look at studios and Radio City. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, where I'll be going live from another special location. Thanks for tuning in, guys.